Okay, everyone, welcome to the Escape the Nether speedrun tutorial, how to set it up. I do, for mine is right now, it is only random seeds because I do not have a seed that I think is good enough to make for it. But the general gist of it is you can't die. If you die, it runs over because there's no really consistent way to spawn in the Nether as far as I know. If not, if I can find it or someone knows, I'll look it up. And two, it just makes it a little more challenging, which is, always a fun time. So for that is you get in, build your portal, go to the Nether, destroy the portal. You don't have to put the blocks back. You can if you want. You don't really know what they are, but you probably don't need to. You restart, clock starts once you have destroyed the portal, and then you switch back to survival mode. And the goal of it is basically to just go from where you are and find your way out of the Nether and back to the overworld until the clock ends. Once you get right back into the overworld, it's pretty straightforward. It's a little challenging. We're going to go over some general stuff for tips, kind of, which is for random seeds, you can seed reset for it's because if you get here and sometimes you just get stuck in the middle of nowhere, which is just a general there are certain places you will spawn that will be more or less dead runs. Because say if I get stuck here, the only way I can get out of here is by breaking these blocks to make my way up to here, but then I'm here and there may not be anything here. And it's really just playing the game of odds of where can I find wood or something to just get started. Because when you're here, the only thing you can get is soul sand. So you can pillar across places, but a lot of times if you spawn in, say I spawn down here, it's I literally cannot do anything because there is lava around me and I cannot pick any blocks, and it's going to take me 20 minutes to just get out. So the general rule is you can seed reset, and it doesn't make it it doesn't count as a run because you're just trying to get a seed that will work for you, because it's kind of just you're on a dead run, so you might as well just pick a seed that will get you started. So then if you go here, you just go let's just find Crimson Forest. And you just go there. This is not allowed, I'm just using an example. So Crimson Forest or Warped Forest are generally the best places to spawn. Crimson Forest is obviously better because there are not hoglins everywhere, but it's still a decent spot. The majority of the run is based a lot on RNG, unfortunately, because you need obsidian from piglins, and really the only way to get that is trading with piglins, obviously, which you're just, so it's basically just get as much gold as you can, whether it be from blocks or bastions or whatever, just gold nuggets and things, and then doing that, and essentially just trading until you have enough. And one tip I always try to do now, because it's usually a bit faster unless your RNG for obsidian is absurdly good, is just trying to find a one of the ruined portals, because the ruined portals will generally give you a good foundation to work upon, because they're not they're not scratch, basically. Unless your RNG is insanely good, a ruined portal is generally the better route to go, at least in my opinion, and where the run's at right now with how far I've done it because you can get like at least like a decent outline of a portal done, and sometimes you just get like a 1 or 2 blocker where it's just like I only need 3 pieces of obsidian to get this portal running. And generally you can find like a flint and steel or something, or you can just make one, because you can get iron nuggets from piglins or just from chests. So it's really just about finding the ways that are easiest to get where you're going without making you be forced to just constantly be doing things that are just not gonna get you very far. So yeah, that's basically my things. It's just starting a seed where you're either in a forest or you're near a forest that isn't with walking distance, so you can get yourself going. Ruin portal is generally, at least in my opinion, a better way to get going and get the run done faster, quicker. Just get wood as soon as you can, and then the rest of the run is fairly self-explanatory. To just get out, you just gotta follow the piglins with your gold, trade at them to get enough obsidian. Obsidian to take the portal, get out, and the run ends once you get out of that portal. And that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple run. It is fairly challenging depending on your skill level, because it's just a lot of avoiding piglins until you have gold, because they will hurt you a lot. And it's hard to just stay alive when you're doing like 2 damage to them and they're doing like half your health in one thing. But that's about it. Hopefully this was helpful. If there are other questions I can ask, I don't know if I started this run, but I haven't seen anyone really like do it the way I'm doing it. So I'm just offering it as a thing you can do to, you know, spice up your Minecraft if you want to do like a different kind of Minecraft speedrun. So yeah, that like and subscribe, and try the run out for yourself. Let me know how it goes. I am always okay with updating the video to show new strats or new game rules or things. If there's like a consistent way to spawn in the Nether that is not a respawn anchor, just doing that. So yeah, that's all for me.